with the colleagues. So if you're already
No,
working,
I don't
you can.
agree with that. Welcome to our channel as a German local. Today we're going to talk about a very exciting topic for a lot of people, how to date in Germany. We're going to touch about where to find dates and what is appropriate and what is not to date, especially when it comes to dating a German. Stefan will give you a lot of insights about that.
Yeah.
And we're also going to talk about what is a general dating culture here in Germany, and how is it different or maybe different from the other countries. So let's kick it off, Stefan.
Yeah.
So where can I find or people find potential dating opportunities?
Yeah. So I mean, you have different options here to find somebody to date. I mean, nowadays, during the coronavirus, a lot of people are using the dating apps. So that's the first thing I would like to talk about. I guess you know most of the dating apps already because they are worldwide available. But here in Germany, I would say Tinder is really the one which is mostly used. I mean, there are also other apps like Bumble, like Once. I think that's a typical German one. So we have several apps where you can find hopefully your future spoon.
What is your, for example, what's the difference between all these dating apps? Do you have a preference?
So me personally, so talking about my own experience, I have the feeling like Tinder is always a bit too superficial for me, because you have a lot of pictures, of course, but what I'm missing are like more personal information. So when I'm using the dating apps, I prefer the ones where you have a bit more description. So at the moment, I'm also doing a lot with Bumble. So here also the women, they have to start the conversation. So they have to do the first step. So yeah, I mean, there are different ones available. You have to see which one fits best your your preferences.
I have to say something to defend Tinder a little bit because so when I was studying my master here, in our cohort there are three couples. Some of them already have kids and get married, and they all met through Tinder. So I would say Tinder is still, I mean, it might have a bad reputation out there for more like a one night stand place, but people do meet true love there. I mean, I also met my husband on Tinder, so I guess
Oh, okay.
it is I would say depends on how you use it.
Yeah.
Of course, it's a platform, a platform, you can use it for different things, but if you sort of use it just a place to meet people and you decide what you do with it, you might get different results. That's just what I'm going to say about it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it really depends. So that's just my experience. I think from a girl's perspective, it might be different a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's say, Stefan, there are people who are not that open for online dating.
Yeah.
And they really prefer to meet people, let's say, organically, where they can meet, say, new people. And yeah.
So yeah, then I would come like to the second option, which is also something I really prefer, is getting to know people by friends. So you're going out with friends, or maybe you are invited to some friends, and then there you're gonna meet other people, maybe friends of your friends. And I mean, that's always a very good way to get to know new people, which are you potentially want to date later on, because you already have crossed like this trust barrier, that people are trusting you, because you are a friend of another friend. So that's also something I really like. I really like to do. Yeah. Now, when we are talking about dating and how to get to know people for dating, I really say that that's like another or the third option. So going out like for some meetups, or here again joining a club, getting to know people by joining a club, sports club, and so on, so that you're just seeing them more often than only once. So I mean that's also a very good option here in Germany. Yeah.
Totally agree. Totally agree. So Stefan, when do you think would be appropriate to ask for a first date? Let's say both in a normal real life situation and both online. I can see from my experience that usually I find it's more appropriate from the girl side to sort of chit chat a little bit online, to talk about some general stuff like who you are and
Yeah.
when you have a good feeling, and then you go out for a first date.
Yeah.
I think that's more natural than just like, you know, you match on Tinder and then you're like, hey, let's go out. You know what I mean? Like that's a little bit, you know, that might send a different signal.
Yeah. Yeah. So I totally agree. So from a man perspective, at least you want to have like a bit of small talk. You want to have the feeling I'm sharing anything with this kind of person. Maybe a special interest, maybe something we both favor, like traveling to certain countries. So just anything you have in common, and then of course also here in Germany the man the man has to ask for the date. So I would say not only in the dating apps but in general, like 90 to 95% of all first dates were initiated by the man.
Yeah, despite Germany is a very relatively equal country when it comes to gender equality, but still there are some traditions that men have to make the first move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely like that. Yeah.
What about what will be a good place for the first date?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah. So of course most of the time also the man he's proposing where to meet or what to do. Um, so yeah, what I really like to prefer just to meet and to go for to meet for a coffee or for a drink. So somewhere where you can also talk easily, maybe going out for a walk, if there's a nice place nearby and if the weather is fine. So yeah, so just a nice place where both feel comfortable and maybe having something to drink. Yeah.
I have had like really interesting first date places.
Okay.
So when I was in Berlin, there is like a old abandoned airport. They converted
Yeah.
into a sort of garden now. It's called Tempelhoffeld.
Yeah.
So I had a couple of my first day there, like just you know, walk around and have a beer to drink and talk,
Yeah.
and also have a first day like someone just pick me up after work and we go for a walk and then we go for a restaurant, and then it's also pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty. I think let's keep it to the public places. I think that's. I mean, I'm talking about online dating. Like, that gives both sides a little bit of safety and comfort to meet at public places.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, not directly like somewhere private would be more appropriate.
Would you say that men here in Germany are much different than from other countries where you have been so far when it comes to dating?
It's a dangerous question. I wouldn't say so. I think it's people are quite people are different. It doesn't matter which country. But I would say the Germans are more serious than the German guys are more serious than the English ones that I had in England. Um,
And also comparing to China?
I would say so, yeah. But I haven't really dated that much in China, especially on the online dating scene. But
Yeah.
in Hong Kong, definitely. I think I would say 90% of the dates I found on Tinder is really just not serious at all. And but here, I think a huge a good percentage of the people I met online are serious. But that depends on what you're looking for, you know? Like if you're looking for fun and other stuff, then it's totally fine. I mean, but I was looking for something a little bit serious. I would
Yeah.
say something that could potentially develop into something serious. That's
Yeah.
why I say my general feeling is people here are a little bit more serious than
Yeah.
the